Hello and welcome to Board Gaming at Home. Today we've got our first full-blown review, well, video review, and it's Survive, Escape from Atlantis. Let's show you the box. There we go. Great colourful artwork. It's a 30th anniversary edition, so it's not a new game by any stretch, but it feels new. Yeah, let's have a look. So, the aim in the game, because you're on Atlantis and Atlantis sinks, is to get to the corner spaces with all of your workers. Well, as many as you can. You're not going to get them all there. It's just never going to happen. So, how do you do this? On your turn, you're going to move 3 spaces. You can move 1 person 3 spaces, or you can move 3 people 1 space. Or, if you've got control of a boat, you can move boats as well. And, yeah, so we'll hop into this boat here, and this guy can move 1, 2, and get into that boat. So we've moved 3 times in total. If we had any more movement, we can move the boats, because we control them. And, yeah, that's the end of your first part of your turn. For your second part, you get to choose which part of Atlantis is going to sink next. And, yeah, when you flip over a tile, if there's a person on it, they get dumped in the water. They become a swimmer. And then you flip the tile over and see what's revealed. In this case, we've got a shark. Now, the green border on these pieces means it happens immediately. So we've got a shark. He immediately turns up. And, he eats this guy. Oh dear. I'll explain more about the monsters or the creatures in a moment. And then you move on to the last phase of your turn, and you get to roll this die, which has a whale on one side, a sea monster on another, and a shark on another. So we've got 3 different monsters we could roll, or creatures. So you give it a roll, see which one comes up. It's the shark. So now we get to move the shark, and we can move it to eat our opponents, we can move it away from ourselves, you can move it anywhere you like. And there's a handy chart on the side of the board, shows that the sea monster only moves 0 to 1 space, but he eats boats and swimmers. The shark can move up to 2 spaces, and he eats swimmers. And the whale can move up to 3 spaces, but he only eats boats. And yeah, that's basically it. And then turn goes on, and eventually, over time, the island is going to sink. And at some point, one of these mountain tiles, I bet we can't find it. Ah, there we go, that was handy. One of the mountain tiles has a volcano on it, and when you reveal this tile, the game is over, and everybody's still on the island or in the water dies. You add up the values, because all of your people have got different values on the bottom. Some are worth 1, some are worth up to 6. And you add up the value on all the ones that you got safely to the corner spots, and whoever has the most is the winner. Excuse me. So, one thing I didn't mention, the tiles with a red border on them, like this one, give you a benefit. You keep the tile, and you can play it at the start of your future turn. In this example, if somebody tries to attack you with a whale, you can get rid of that whale by playing this tile. So, yeah, that's a nice little feature. So, what do we think of it? Well, there's a huge amount to take that in this game. It's vicious, it really is. But it's never been a problem. We've had no tears and tantrums, which is really quite surprising. I would guess it's because it's bright, it's colourful, it's quite fast playing, and you've got lots of people, so if you lose a person or 2, it's not the end of the world. Generally, we tend to lose, on average, I would say about half of our people, so if you go into the game expecting that you're going to lose people, then it's not a big upset when it happens. So yeah, that's good. The wooden pieces are fantastic, they're really, really good. So the little detail of, I don't know if we can pick up on the camera, there's little cutouts on the back of the shark fin that just give it a little bit of extra detail. We've got the big scary sea monster. And, I'm going to show you a whale. So let's get the whale out. And there we go. Nice little wooden whale. Yep, nice It's good pieces. They feel good. And the tiles, I love this touch. The difference between the sandy beach tiles, the forest, and the mountain. I don't know if you can see from there, but if I pick them up, you can see that they're different thicknesses. So when you're playing, it feels like you are going to high ground where it's safer, or coming down to the beach where it's lower and more risky. And it's a nice touch, and they're really nice, solid pieces. They're not going to bend. They're good. I mean, even the sand tiles are pretty solid. So yeah, that's all fantastic, and the board's wonderfully illustrated. There's some spots like this one here. You probably can't see it, but there's a couple of dolphins drawn on the board, and again down here, and just little touches like that. It just looks really, really good, and yeah, we love it. The kids love it, the adults love it, and yeah, it's good. It plays in 45 minutes. Yeah, it's probably about, that's what it says on the box, and that's probably about right. So yeah, I can't remember what rating I've given it on BGG. Off the top of my head, I would guess I've probably given it an 8 out of 10. And yeah, fantastic game, highly recommended for families. And yeah, there we go. I hope you've enjoyed the review. We'd love to hear your comments, and we are still learning. We've got improvements to make, and we need some better equipment. But by all means, give us a comment, give us any tips and suggestions, and please subscribe. And we'll see you next time for another Board Gaming at Home review.